Hello students, welcome to all your scholar classes. So today I will be taking the fifth part of the chapter is matter around us pure. Okay, so this is the second chapter from class 9 science CBSE board. So we have learned much about this substance, whether it is pure or not, and what are the types of substances, pure substances, impure substances. Then we have also read about different techniques that are used for separating these substances. Okay, so today we will be seeing the physical and chemical changes. Okay, so what happens ki any compound, any element or any substance has basically two types of its properties. Okay, so the one property is the physical property. Okay, so the first property is the physical property and the second property is the chemical property. So we can tell about any of a compound or any of a substance on the basis of their either physical property or chemical property. There are many elements, substances which do not show any chemical properties, but there are many items that has physical as well as chemical property both. Physical property everybody has, but there are so many elements which chemical property keeps on changing. Okay, so if we talk about the properties that can be observed, okay, ऐसी प्रॉपर्टी जो आप देख सकते हो, like what color, you can see and tell whether it is red, blue, green, white, yellow, black, whatever. Okay, hardness, whether a particular material substance is hard or soft, you can just touch, you can feel and you can tell. Okay, then its rigidity, whether it is rigid or not. Okay, fluidity, okay, whether it is fluid or not. Density also you can tell, you can see whether it is light in weight or heavy in weight. Okay, so like this there are many properties: color, hardness, rigidity, fluidity, density, etc. So these properties, they can be seen, you can see and feel them. Okay, so these type of properties are called physical properties. So you can say that physical properties are those properties that can be observed. You need not to perform any reaction just to see their property. It can be observed. आप देख के बता सकते हो particular चीजें हैं. Okay. Then the interconversion of states is a physical change. Okay. Now ये तो सारी properties हो गई जो आप देख के you can observe and you can tell. Now one more thing about physical change is that when states of matter changes, okay, states of matter changes. Okay, what happens when states of matter changes? Solid can be converted into liquid, or any liquid can be converted into solid. Okay, or you can say that liquid can be converted into a gas, or gas can be converted into a liquid, or gas can be converted into a solid. Okay, and sometimes what happened, solid is directly converted into gas. This is sublimation. We have already studied about sublimation. So these are some of the to solid, solid to gas, gas to liquid, gas to solid, and solid to gases. So this interconversion of states of matter is a physical change. If state of matter of any of the substance is changing, it will be counted in a physical change or a physical property. Okay? Because what happens if something is being converted from one state to another state, so what is going to happen? This change is occurring without a change in the composition of a substance. अभी क्या है कि for example you take ice. When ice melt, it becomes water. We all know that ice melts and become water. तो ice water में convert हुआ. This is a change in state of matter. Solid has been changed into liquid. But does the composition of water changes? No. It was H2O in ice also. It was H2O in water also. Only the state has been interconverted. So what we can say that if there is a interconversion of states of matter, there is no change in the composition of a substance. Okay, the chemical nature of a substance remains same. There is no change in the chemical nature of a substance. So if there is no change in the chemical nature of a substance, this also goes in the property of physical property. Okay. So there are many examples. We can see that how we can distinguish that whether it is a physical change or it is a chemical change. So what I have already told you that when ice is converted into water, or you can also say that when water is converted into vapor. So this is also a change in state of matter. That is, water was a liquid, vapor is a gas. So only the change in the state of matter is there. All look different in appearance. Appearance में तो बहुत difference आ जाएगा. Ice आपको बिल्कुल अलग दिखेगा solid की तरह. Water is just a liquid. Gas form में it's like a vapor. So appearance is changing, but and they are displaying. You can also say they are displaying a different physical properties, but they are chemically the same. They are still the constituent of hydrogen and oxygen. So there is no change in the chemical composition if the states of matter are going to change. Okay. So, one more example I would like to tell you. So this was the example of water at different states. States different थे और ice water ये convert हो रहे थे. But suppose there are same state. ठीक है, एक ऐसा example लेते हैं जैसे कि we have taken water and a cooking oil. Okay, so water is what? It is a liquid. And this cooking oil is what? It is again a liquid. You must have seen cooking oil, mustard oil, any oil is a liquid. So both of them are liquid. So if they both are liquid, does it mean that they are chemically, their chemical property are same or they are chemically same in nature? No, they are not. Water has a different constituent. Cooking oil has a different constituent. Okay? They differ in order. The order of a cooking oil is different, or water it is different. आप अगर smell करोगे तो both have a different order. They differ in inflammability. Okay? So what is there? कि their chemical characteristic are totally different. Okay? So when you burn oil, it burns in air. Oil burns in air. We all know that. Whereas if we talk about water, if you put water on a fire, it extinguishes fire. So both the characteristics are different. It is going to burn in air, but this water जो है वो आपको बुझाता है. It does not burn. So their chemical state of matter, but their chemical property is very different. Okay, so burning, if you burn something, okay, that is a chemical property. Burning is a chemical property. Why burning is given a chemical property? Because when you burn something, when you burn any chemical, when you burn any substance, what is going to happen? During this process, one substance react with another to undergo a change in the chemical composition. Okay? जब भी हम किसी सब्सटेंस को बर्न करेंगे तो दोनों सब्सटेंस एक दूसरे से रिएक्ट करेंगे और क्या होगा, जब वो रिएक्ट करेंगे तो उनके केमिकल कंपोजिशन में चेंज आएगा. ओके, सो बर्निंग इज गिवन अ केमिकल प्रॉपर्टी चेंज एग्जांपल, whereas states of matter that changes is a physical property, because although the state is changing, although the physical appearance is changing, but the composition remains same. So I hope the physical property change and chemical property change must be very clear to you. But again I will be taking some of the examples which is going to make it more clear. Okay, so let's see some of the examples of physical and chemical change. So let's take some examples. Some examples of physical and chemical change. Physical and chemical change. Okay? So let's see what happens. Everybody must have seen butter. Okay, so when butter melts, melting of butter. You have seen how butter melts? Butter is what? Butter is a solid. Butter किस स्टेट में होता है? Solid state में होता है, और when it melts, it becomes liquid. So, is there any change in the composition of butter when it melts from solid to liquid? No. There is no change in the chemical composition. Chemical properties is not changing. Only the physical appearance change. From solid it is going to be a liquid. So, melting of butter is a which change? It's a physical change. Which type of change it is? Physical change. Okay, next example, rusting of iron rod. Okay, rusting of iron rod. If iron rust, what happens? You must have seen there has been a red color, bricky color formation is there when rusting of iron takes place. So what happens when rusting occurs? During rusting, a new chemical compound is formed. Okay, and that chemical compound is called hydrated iron oxide. Hydrated iron oxide. So when the new chemical is formed, new chemical boiling of water to form steam. When you boil water, what does it makes? It makes steam. So which type of change it is? Again, if you see, water is a liquid and it is changing into steam, which is a gas. So there is a change in states of matter, but does the composition of water changes? No. So it is again a physical change because there is no change in the chemical property, only the state is changing from liquid to gas. So it is again a physical change. Okay, students? So now the next one comes here. Another example we can take of, like when you make fruits, when you make fruit salad from raw fruit, making fruit salad from raw fruits. So what happens? You just chop the fruits, you put so many things in it, okay? But is there any reaction taking place? No, there is no chemical properties change or there is no chemical reaction that is taking place. Only the physical appearance of the salad is going to be changed. That it was somewhat different shape and now it has been cut into pieces, so some different shape. So only the physical appearance change, so it's again a physical change. Okay? Now one more example I will take. Burning of paper or a wood. Burning of paper or wood. So what happens when you burn a paper or a wood? New substance is formed which cannot be converted back. When you burn, there is a release in a carbon dioxide is formed. CO2 gas, carbon dioxide gas is formed. Okay? For example, if you are burning this wood, okay, in a fireplace, they are not going to remain as a wood anymore. आपने कभी वुड को बर्न किया होगा तो आप देखे होंगे कि वुड बर्न होके क्या बन जाता है? वुड गेट्स कन्वर्टेड इनटू ऐश, राख दिखती है आपको। और अब अगर आप चाहो कि उस ऐश को आप वापस से वुड में बना लो, तो इज इट पॉसिबल? कैन यू कन्वर्ट इट बैक इनटू वुड? नो, यू कांट कन्वर्ट इट। ओके, सो इफ यू कैन बर्न अ पेपर और अ वुड, it is irreversible. You can't convert it because some new products have been formed. There is a change in the chemical composition of this paper and wood also. So this is again a chemical change. Okay, this is a chemical change. So students, it is very easy to remember whether a particular substance is having a chemical change or a physical change. You just need to remember two main points, that if there is any change in the state of matter, with state of matter में कोई change हो रहा है, there is an interconversion in the states of matter, that goes in a physical change because the composition is not changing. Or chemical change we will see only when there is some change in the chemical composition, there is some change in the chemical nature, some new compound is formed, new compound is formed, or some such compound is formed that can't be reversed. Because sometimes what happens is there is some compounds which form a new compound but they are reversible. So they go under the example of physical change. Okay? But if they are irreversible, they go under chemical change. So it is very easy to find physical and chemical change. I hope this must be very clear to you. Okay? So this was about physical and chemical changes. So So now we shall see about types of pure substances. As we have already discussed in the starting of the chapter that matter has got two types of substance. One is a pure substance. Okay, one is the pure substance and the other one is the impure substance, or you can call it as a mixture. Impure substance is a mixture. And now we will see the types of pure substances. If we talk about these pure substances, they can be broadly classified in two types. Okay, they can be classified as elements and the other one is the compounds. Okay. So today we shall be discussing about the pure substance types, that is the elements and compounds. A little I am just telling you, and further we will be dealing with the main properties about in detail. So if we talk about elements, elements are made up of only one type of atom. Remember, it is made up of one type of atom. Okay. So if you take the example, suppose we take the example for an element like let's take iron. Okay, let's take iron. So this is, suppose you take a iron rod. So what it is made up of? That iron rod is totally made up of different constituents of iron. Okay, किसका बना होगा? आयन का. तो एटम कितने टाइप का हो? वन. The atom is only one type atom, that is the iron. Okay, so this like this, there are other examples. Gold is there, or silver is there, etc. If we talk about compounds, it is made up of two or more atoms. Two or more atoms. एक से ज्यादा atoms का बना होता है. एग्जाम्पल अगर उसका ले, कंपाउंड का एग्जाम्पल ले, लेट्स टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ टेबल सॉल्ट. You all eat salt at your home. That table salt, it is made up of what? Table salt is, the formula is NaCl. It is made up of sodium and chlorine. So these both are, this is one atom and this is another atom, means two atom is there. It is made up of two different types of atom, that is Na and Cl. Chlorine is there and sodium is there. So table salt is a compound. It is made up of more than one atom, sodium and chlorine. But here elements are made up of only one type of atom. Either it is going to be iron, gold, silver, oxygen is also there. Oxygen is made up of only oxygens. Okay, so this was the type of pure substance. Pure substance is out of two types, that is element and a compound. Element के example में आप helium भी ले सकते हो. Helium is again made up of only one type of atom, that is helium. Oxygen is there. Oxygen is again made up of O plus O, that is oxygen plus oxygen. It's a one type of atom, so it comes under element. Okay, but if you take hydrogen, water is H2. So water is made up of two types of components, H plus O. एक एटम H है, दूसरा एटम जो है ऑक्सीजन का है. वन और टू मॉलिक्यूल H के हैं और एक एटम ऑक्सीजन का है. So there are two different types of atoms. So it is an example of a compound. So this was about element and compounds. Now we shall study in detail one by one about element and compound. So let's see what is element. As I have already told you, element is made up of only one type of atom. एक ही टाइप के एटम से बना हो सकता है. उस एटम के बहुत सारे मॉलिक्यूल्स हो सकते हैं. जैसे ऑक्सीजन में आपने देखा, ऑक्सीजन इज मेड अप ऑफ 2 मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ O, but atom is one. Okay, so there was a scientist named Robert Boyle. He was the first scientist who used the element name in 1661. Okay, in 1661 he was the first man to talk about element. Okay, after that there were many scientists who told different things about element, and a French chemist came who was first to establish a definition for an element. Okay, so he was a French chemist whose name was Antony. Okay, so Antony gave a definition for element. What did he define? He defined element as a basic form of matter. What he say? Element, Antony said that element is a basic form. Okay, it's a basic form of matter. Okay, that cannot be broken down. That can't be broken down into simpler substances. Okay, you can't break element into simpler substances by any chemical reaction. Take the example of iron. आयन को ब्रेक करोगे तो क्या मिलेगा? आयन ही मिलेगा, और तो कुछ उसका सिंपल फॉर्म ब्रेक नहीं हो सकता. वहीं अगर आप NaCl को ब्रेक कर दोगे तो आपको Na भी मिल जाएगा और क्लोरीन अलग अलग. ठीक है, एलिमेंट को आप फर्दर ब्रेक नहीं कर सकते हो. ये बिल्कुल बेसिक फॉर्म है मैटर का. इट इज अ बेसिक फॉर्म ऑफ मैटर दैट कांट बी ब्रोकन डाउन into a simpler substance. Okay, you can't break it down into a simpler substance by any of the chemical reaction. It is just a basic form of a matter. So this was Antony who first told about. He was a French chemist. He gave a definition to element. That element is a basic form of matter. That can't be broken down into a simple substance by any of the chemical reactions. So element is further divided in 3 types. Okay, elements are of 3 types, you can say: metals, non-metals. Okay, and the third category comes of metalloids. Okay, metalloids. So this chapter, matter and non-matter, is in very detail. You are going to read in class 10, not here. But some of the properties of metals and non-metals and metalloids we shall be discussing here. So element is further classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Okay. So let's see about the properties of metals. So we got to know that element is the simplest, or you can say the basic form of matter which can't be broken into further simple substance by any of the chemical reactions. Okay, this definition was given by a French chemist named Antony. So we shall now discuss about the types of elements So let's see the properties. Properties of metals. So in class 10 you will study about the periodic table and all. There you will be getting in detail to know that in the periodic table the metals are on the left side, the non-metals are on the right side, and in between the metals and non-metals there is a column for metalloids. Okay? So these metals, they are, the first thing is that they are very shiny. Metals जो होते हैं वो बहुत shiny होते हैं. Example ले लीजिए, diamond है. You must have seen diamond shine so much. तो ये जो भी metals हैं आपके वो बहुत ही shiny होते हैं. Okay? Then the other thing is that their color is very specific. Okay, they can be either silver gray, okay, silver gray color के हो सकते हैं, और they can be golden yellow, okay, golden yellow color, okay. So they are very shiny. Okay, luster होता है इनके में. They are shiny. They can be silver gray or they can be golden in color. And one very important property of a metal is that they conduct heat and electricity. Okay? They conduct heat and electricity. Why they conduct heat and electricity? You will be studying further in further classes, class 10 and all in detail. But here I will be telling you one thing, that these metals, इनके जो वैलेंस सेल होते हैं, ओके, उसमें जो वैलेंस सेल में जो भी प्रेजेंट हैं आपके इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, they are very mobile. They can easily be transferred. Okay? So इनकी mobility इतनी ज़्यादा होती है कि they give their electron, they just gain a positive charge. So there is an exchange of ions. So they are a good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay? Next comes that they are ductile. What are they? They are ductile. Ductile means they can be drawn into wires. Okay? Next is that they are, since they are metal, so they are metable. Metable means they can be made into sheets. You can hammer them, you can make them in a fine sheets. So they are, you can say कि they are metable. Okay? So they are malleable. Okay? So the next property is that they make some ringing sound. Okay? What sound they make? They make some ringing sound. Means they are, you can say they are sonorous. Okay? So what does this sonorous means? They make some sound. Okay? They are sonorous. They make a ringing sound when you hit them. Okay? So in further classes you are going to read about that school में bells होती हैं. There is a bells in your school. When you hit it, why does it give sound? Because that is metal. Okay, so when you hit these metals, they are sonorous. They ring, they produce sound when you hit them. So they are shiny, the color is silver grey or golden yellow. They are a good conductor of heat and electricity. They are ductile, you can make them in wires. they are malleable, and they are sonorous. Okay, so these were the properties of metals. And if you like to see the examples of metal, they are, example is a gold, silver is there. Okay, these are very good and very common metals. Copper is there. Okay, iron is there, sodium is there. So if you will go in periodic table, there are lots of metal like this, potassium, etc. Okay, so there are lots of metal. So one thing I would like to tell you that these metals, they are mostly solid. आपने देखा होगा सोडियम जनरली सॉलिड फॉर्म में होता है, या इसमें से किसी भी मेटल्स की बात करिए तो दे आर जनरली सॉलिड. बट देयर इज अ वन मेटल दैट इज लिक्विड एट रूम टेम्परेचर. सो दैट इज द एक्सेप्शन, एंड दैट इज अ mercury. Mercury is a metal that is liquid at room temperature. ठीक है, बाकी सारे मेटल्स मोस्टली जो होते हैं वो सॉलिड होते हैं, बट मर्करी एक ऐसा मेटल है which is liquid at room temperature. Okay, so generally metals are solid, but this mercury is exception, which is liquid at room temperature. So now let's see the properties of non-metals. So this was about metals. Now let's see what are non-metals. These non-metals are present on the right corner of the periodic tables. Periodic table. Okay. So in detail you will be studying this in class 10. There is a full chapter about metals and non-metals. So let's see the properties of non-metal. So you have seen that metals are shiny. And how are non-metals? Non-metals are, you can say, they are dull in appearance. Dull in appearance. They are not shiny like metals. Metals shiny थे, लेकिन ये जो है आपके non-metals वो dull होते हैं. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, but non-metals are poor conductor. Okay, they are poor conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, so they are just unlike metals. They are very poor conductor of heat and electricity. They are dull in color, but there is a exception in that. As always, there is an exception if we talk about diamond. ठीक है, डायमंड एक ऐसा मेटल है, सॉरी नॉन मेटल है, which is a good conductor. Diamond is a good conductor. Diamond being a non-metal, but it's a good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, and one more exception is of graphite. Both of them, graphite and diamond, they are good conductor. Okay, they are good conductor of heat and electricity. Both diamond and graphite. Although it's not a property of a non-metal, this is an exception. So now what is there? They are not shiny like metal. They are not sonorous like metals. As I have told you, metals are sonorous, but they are not sonorous like metal. Means if you hit them, they are not going to give a ringing sound. And they are also not malleable. Not malleable. Means you can't convert them into a thin sheet if you hit that. ठीक है, तो ये प्रॉपर्टी हो गई नॉन मेटल्स की। और एक और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी है कि दे आर जनरली हार्ड, ओके, सॉरी, दे आर जनरली सॉफ्ट। नॉन मेटल्स, they are generally soft, except again the exception is for diamond. I have told you in metals also that diamond they show a very hardness, okay, so it is diamond, you can say, is a natural hardest substance. It is the natural hardest substance. It's a non-metal, so this is an exception for non-metal because they are generally soft. Okay, and you have studied that metals are generally solids. Exception was for mercury, that was liquid at room temperature. But these non-metals, they can be solids, liquids, okay, or even they can be gas at room temperature. They can be in a form of gases at room temperature. So this was a property of non-metal. They are dull in appearance, they are poor conductor of heat and electricity, they are not shiny, not sonorous, not malleable, they are soft, they can be solid, liquid or gas at room temperature. There is an exception with diamond, which is hard and which is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Graphite is also a good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, so this was the properties of non-metals. Now let's see some of the examples of non-metals. So some of the example of non-metal is hydrogen is there, oxygen is there, iodine is there, carbon is there. Carbon occurs in two forms. It can be a coal or it can be a coke. Okay, then so many halogen groups are there, bromine, chlorine, etc. So these are the examples of non-metals. So we have seen the properties of non-metals, we have seen the properties of metals. Now the question is, what are metalloids? So if you talk about metalloids, they are neither non-metals nor they are metals. Because what happens, they have the intermediate properties between metals and non-metals. उनके अंदर कुछ properties metals की भी है, कुछ non-metals की भी. Okay, they are taking the property of both. कुछ metals की भी property ले लिया, कुछ non-metals की. तो अब उनको क्या है, ना तो metal की category में रख सकते हैं ना non-metals की. तो what was decided, they are different element, that is the metalloids were named, in which some of the elements are kept which have neither the full qualities of non-metals nor of metals. So there are examples of metalloids like boron is there, silicon is there, then germanium is there, like this. If you will see the periodic table, when you will study periodic table, you will get that there is a one line that divides the metal with the non-metals, and in that position there lives a metalloids. Okay, so this was all about properties of metals, non-metals, and about metalloids also. But still there is something extra which we can know about metals and non-metals, which are some good facts which you should know just for your general knowledge. So till date, how many elements have been developed? So if we talk about the number of elements that are known till date, today are 118 elements. Okay, so how many elements are known? 118 elements. So this periodic table which I am talking about has got all these 108 elements in them, and all these elements have their different properties. सबकी अपनी properties होती. अब इस 118 में से क्या natural. ठीक है, they are occurring naturally. And the left ones are the man-made. Okay, the left 26 are man-made. Okay, so majority of elements are solid. Mostly the elements are solid. Why? Because metals are more in number as compared to non-metals. तो metals को आप जानते हो कि वो generally solid होते हैं, तो elements ही पूरे generally solids होते हैं. But there are 11 elements that are in gaseous state at room temperature. तो generally जो solids हैं, okay, 11 elements हैं जो कि किस फॉर्म में, गैस फॉर्म में है रूम टेम्परेचर पे. ठीक है, और 2 एलिमेंट्स ऐसे हैं जो कि क्या है, लिक्विड है, which are liquid at room temperature. ओके, सो एक तो एग्जांपल मैंने आपको बताया ही था लिक्विड वाले एलिमेंट का, दैट इज द मर्करी. Mercury being a metal, it's a liquid, and the other one is a bromine. So mercury and bromine, it is very important for your medical exams and all, that this is the biggest exception and this is a very commonly asked question, that 2 elements that are liquid at room temperature are mercury and bromine. Otherwise, most of them are solids, 11 are gas. In further bigger classes, you are going to study about these 11 elements. And the elements like gallium is there, cesium is there, they become liquid at room temperature. मतलब slightly above room temperature, you can say, like at 303 K. So they also become liquid, but slightly above room temperature. But at room temperature, liquids are mercury and bromine. Okay, so this was more about metals and non-metals. Now let us see what are compounds. So students, this was all for today. We have completed here the 5th part of the chapter. We have discussed about elements here. In my next video, you will be seeing about compounds and the difference between the mixture and compounds. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, please give a like button, and if you have not subscribed our channel yet, please do subscribe it, so that you can get the daily updates of the video which we are uploading daily. Okay, so this was all for today, and I would also like to add that Ollie Scholar has got its app now. You can go in this Google Play, just download the app. It's with the name CSCS e-learning. Just download it and enjoy the benefits. Okay, thank you so much.